How's been the journey over the last 10 to 15 years and where are we at right now?
We are very excited about India. As you know, India is going to be the third largest lodging market in the world. Now, we've had a little bit of a late start in India. Although we came into India earlier, we had a couple of, maybe two starts that were not the way they were intended to be. So we did have a tie-up with Oberoi Hotels in the beginning, then we had a tie-up with DLF, then we had the global recession. So those starts didn't kind of pan out. But now we've been here in India for the little bit over a decade, and we're really committed to India. We have 24 hotels open, and we have 14 in the pipeline. But what's really exciting for us is the growth we see ahead. If I look ahead to 2030, we should be touching the 200 hotel mark.
Wow, 200 hotels by 2030, that's quite impressive. Let's talk about the present now. What's the demand situation right now? Because wherever we hear it's like a Goldilocks scenario for India, as you also pointed out. Is that really true on the ground as well?
So 2019 was one of the best years India had prior to COVID. Then COVID happened, and now in 2023, we've had a remarkable recovery. I think people did expect that India will be quick to recover, but when we compare India to other countries around the world, we were very fast to get off the track. And we are having the best year that Indian hospitality has seen so far.
Okay, that's good to hear, but break it down for us. Is it like the business travel which is, taking the lead? Is it leisure travel? Is it already above pre-COVID?
So I think there are three segments that are driving demand for the hospitality sector in India. Leisure is one, and leisure was obviously something that started to recover as soon as COVID started to go
Yeah, and there was this
back.
entire revenge travel phase, right?
Revenge
All of
travel,
us wanted to be outside our home.
Yes. Then I would say what really kept the industry alive and has really been a mainstay for us is the weddings business.
Okay.
It has now been coupled up with meetings and conferences, and that's really back because people hadn't met each other for over 2 years, and suddenly all companies and events, and this has been a real big stay for us. And then obviously the recovery of domestic business first, followed by international business.
But is business something which is doing rather well, or is it just around the plateauing range? And I ask you that because there's this entire clamor around recession, tech spends have been cut down, startups are seeing, going under, etc. What's the sentiment when it comes to business travel?
So to be honest with you, we are not seeing any signs in India of any lag in demand from domestic business. So domestic business is very strong, strongest it's ever been. Obviously from the tech sector and what we're seeing in the US, we are seeing not as much of a recovery as we had expected in the tech side of the business, in office parks, and international business from that side, from especially the US and Europe, hasn't been quick enough to recover like we had thought it might be.
Okay, so the business side of things are a little bit slower. But in terms of the leisure as well, what's been the demand trend? Are people going for more experiential travel? Is luxury and the higher end properties is what is seeing more demand? Or is it more of the affordable kinds which is seeing a lot of traction?
So I think it's both.
Okay.
Clearly during COVID, people who had financial strength and stability wanted to get out. And so we saw this emergence of very small, ultra luxury boutique properties, which are also experience-led. And I think we are living in the experiential age of travel, where people are really traveling to build memories.
Absolutely.
They want to collect experiences. So they really don't want to buy, the next handbag or a new pair of shoes.
You would rather spend on travel.
Spend on travel, and they want to experience a destination for what it is. And they really want a true sense of place. And so I think that's what we are seeing. We are seeing a lot of travel around that. So length of travel has increased.
Okay.
People are mixing business and leisure travel. And wherever they are experiencing what there is to see in that destination. Also, there's a lot of wellness, a lot of trend towards healthy lifestyles. So eating healthy, experiencing, whether it's yoga, meditation, nature walks, wildlife safaris. So that's, I think, the emerging trend that we are seeing across the world, not just in India.